Hey folks, GMan here for this weekend's market update. It's been a very quiet weekend actually. We haven't had a lot of news except for that China PMI, which came out lower than expected. No surprises there. So just to kind of move on, the week ahead, what to expect. We have the EU finance ministers meeting on Monday and Tuesday. This is probably their 10 millionth meeting that probably won't be yielding anything. However, the markets are usually very gullible, so if they say something good or positive, expect the markets to sort of run up or rally and then probably fade again because they're not going to do anything yet again. Just to also point out, there is another meeting, which is the Prime Minister's meeting at the end of actually in the middle of the month, around October 18th and 19th. So that will probably be more key. Perhaps another important event which has come underreported this coming week is Merkel is actually going to Greece, and it has been reported that 6,000 security personnel will be deployed to protect her as she goes through Greece. You can already understand how much the Greek people actually hate her. So on Wednesday, we'll get the US Beige Book, which outlines the manufacturing data for the US. Largely not a very big market mover, but anything moves the headline driven market these days. And on Thursday we'll have the Bank of Japan and the ECB minutes, which probably still does just basically outlines what they said this month and last month, where they said they'll just do whatever it takes to actually help their economies. Moving on, this is a trading, I guess, strategy or advice that we've given to our clients over the past few weeks here. We've been noticing, and for those of you who have been studying your charts, you would have noticed that there has been quite a paradigm shift in the trading world, where ever since July we've had Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Mondays, most particularly, is usually a down day, so the markets tend to fade regardless of what happens. It may gap up in the morning, but it usually fades. So you can see here from Friday to Monday in here, it gaps down. This Monday, it definitely gapped down about 10 points. Here, we gapped up, but we almost took out all of the gains from Friday. So it's been pretty prevalent lately, so it's something to think about. And also, it seems like the markets start kind of moving up by Wednesday, end of day, all the way to Thursday, and certainly Fridays have always been trying to always gapped up or try to move positively. So as you can see here, so it's something to think about. See if it actually fits your trading profile, and just for this week, our thoughts are the same thing. We'll just have more volatility. The difference between this month versus the summer was that there was barely any volume. Now that the traders are back, regardless of the lack of headlines, they will try to at least front run the markets or try to position themselves, because we're about 3-4 weeks before the elections, and there's normally October is usually the most volatile month before we have the November kind of like dip, and then that gets bought all the way into December. So it's we still maintain, trying to find your trading horizon, maintain your time frame, continue to do what works, and don't try to, front run the markets or time the markets if you don't know what you're doing. So make sure you always employ stops and be very, very attentive to what's happening in the markets, because it's very volatile and headline driven at this point. It's definitely looking for direction, and this is the second time we've touched our yearly highs, and we did fail to close above this 1460 level. I wouldn't really consider this 1460.71 as something positive, because it was like late day short covering. So Monday, because it's sort of a holiday for the bond traders, there could be a lack in volume, maybe, but I would expect that we're still between 1450 and 1465. If we close below 1460 tomorrow, Monday, then watch out, because we are definitely going to try to retest 1440. The markets definitely need a catalyst. The problem is there is no strong catalyst at this point, with Spain and Greece throwing the markets into turmoil. So just be cognizant of that and make sure that yeah, you trade properly, and you don't, don't try to hope. Never hope in this market. That's just a recipe of getting killed. All right, so this has been the G-Man, and I hope you guys have had a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.